Why does 2016 nostalgia feel older than it should? The answer is not only that people miss a year. The answer is that dead platforms make recent memory feel historical. When an app disappears, an interface changes, or a format stops working the same way, yesterday starts to look like an artifact. By the end, the useful question is not whether 2016 was better. It is what the old internet preserved that the current feed no longer lets us feel. Start with the object. A phone screen from 2016. The icons are familiar, but slightly wrong. The feed looks modern, but not current. A Vine loop, an old Twitter screenshot, a Musical.ly clip, a Tumblr dashboard, or a YouTube thumbnail from that era can create a strange feeling. It is close enough to remember, but distant enough to study. First, the mechanism is platform death. A living platform keeps updating until the past gets covered by new buttons, new layouts, and new rules. A dead platform freezes. Vine is the clearest example. Its 6-second loop was short, repeatable, and easy to quote. When Vine shut down, the format did not vanish from culture, but the place that gave it meaning stopped moving. That made the old clips feel like preserved evidence. Second, the habits migrated. Creators learned to open fast, compress a joke, show personality instantly, and make a moment replayable. Those habits did not stay inside Vine. They moved into YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and everywhere short video became a language. That is why 2016 nostalgia is not just about old jokes. It is about noticing an early version of the attention grammar people still use. A concrete example is the 6-second joke. In older television comedy, a sketch could take time to set up the scene. On Vine, the room, face, object, sentence, and punchline had to arrive almost together. That pressure trained creators to treat every second as structure. Modern shorts and TikToks are not the same as Vine, but they inherited part of that pressure. Win attention immediately or disappear. Third, the public internet changed around the memory. In 2016, many people started feeling that feeds were no longer just entertainment spaces. Platforms were becoming political stages, celebrity machines, news distributors, ad systems, and identity engines. That does not mean everything began in 2016. It means the year became a useful marker because several changes were visible at the same time. Here is the trust boundary. We should not say 2016 was a simple golden age. Nostalgia edits out the exhausting parts. Harassment, algorithm anxiety, creator burnout, misinformation, and the pressure to be constantly visible. But history does not need the past to be perfect. It needs the past to reveal a system. The useful question is not whether 2016 was better. The useful question is what changed after it. Now look at interfaces. Old screenshots matter because design teaches behavior. A follow button, a loop, a like count, a share menu, a chronological feed, or an early recommendation page tells users how to act. When those designs disappear, people remember not only content but the rules of participation. That is why a tiny UI detail can trigger nostalgia. It reminds viewers of a social contract that no longer exists in the same form. Now compare that with ordinary movie nostalgia. An old film may look dated, but the object still exists as a film. A dead app is different. The content may survive as a screen recording, but the social setting is gone. You cannot fully step back into the same feed, same audience, same comment rhythm, or same discovery path. That missing environment makes the memory feel archaeological. The midpoint question is this: why do dead platforms feel more intimate? One reason is scale. A smaller or more limited platform can feel like a room. A massive recommendation feed can feel like weather. Vine felt quotable because people passed around specific clips and creators. Later feeds often feel endless because the system keeps producing the next thing before the last thing becomes shared memory. Another concrete example is the shift from posting to performing daily life. Around that era, stories, vertical video, live reactions, and short clips taught users to treat ordinary moments as content. A bedroom, a hallway, a car seat, or a cafeteria could become a stage. That matters because 2016 nostalgia is not only about apps. It is about the moment everyday spaces became feed material at a much larger scale. Another example is creator migration. When a platform dies, its creators do not all disappear. Some become YouTubers, musicians, actors, streamers, or TikTok personalities. The audience follows some of them, forgets others, and turns the old platform into an origin story. That is historically important because it shows that platforms are containers. The container can break while the habits, celebrities, and formats keep moving. This is why 2016 nostalgia keeps working as a video topic. It offers an emotional hook and a historical lesson at the same time. The hook is personal. Viewers remember the songs, clips, memes, apps, and feeling of a less settled internet. The lesson is structural. Platforms age quickly because their rules, interfaces, and business models keep changing. So the real story is not that 2016 was ancient. The real story is that digital culture makes the recent past age faster. A 20-year-old building may still work the same way. A 10-year-old app may be gone, redesigned, bought, merged, or remembered only through screenshots. That speed turns ordinary phone memories into primary sources. The point is that nostalgia becomes useful when it stops being only a mood. If a clip makes viewers say, "I miss that internet," the next question should be, which rule changed? Was it the interface, the algorithm, the business model, the size of the audience, or the pressure on creators? That checklist turns a vague feeling into history. The final payoff is simple. 2016 nostalgia reveals what dead platforms leave behind. They leave content, but also habits. They leave jokes, but also formats. They leave creators, but also migration paths. Most importantly, they leave proof that the internet people treat as normal today is temporary too. The next time a 2016 clip appears, do not only ask whether the internet used to be better. Ask what the clip is preserving. Is it an interface, a creator habit, a social rule, or a feeling that the feed has since trained out of us? That is where nostalgia becomes history. If this helped the trend make sense, please like the video and subscribe for fast, no fluff explainers. I'll see you in the next one.